Have either 2 blocks, perhaps 2 jars of tomato sauce, piles of books, something sturdy that you can place your hands on pretty firmly, and a strap or a scarf, sweatshirt, something along those lines that you can pull on, okay? Hi, Lizzie. Right now I'm doing sort of one-off live classes, and I'll be teaching some for Lacuna and some for the river. I'll post a schedule for that later this afternoon. And I'm adding things to a YouTube page as well. So I will post those links for sure. Okay. Hey, Jonathan. Hi, Julie. Julie's stepdaughter, maybe again. Hi, Carol. Okay, so we're going to get started here. So 2 blocks or 2 piles of books, 2 jars of tomato sauce, something that you can use to steady yourself, and a strap or a scarf or something that you can pull on, okay? So we'll start seated on one of the blocks. And I prefer Virasana for this because I can sit up a little bit straighter with the block and a little less effort with sitting high. Okay. And just a little simple movement to get us into our bodies and give a little less power to this thing. Okay, I know for me it's running circles pretty much all day right now. So feel your feet anchor down into the floor first, and your spine grow up very tall, head high. Full breath in. When you exhale, bring right ear towards the right shoulder, and then allow your head to come forward a little bit, and start to breathe in as you roll towards your left shoulder. And then lift your head up as you look back so we're not collapsing in the back of the neck. Exhale over to the right, roll forward. Left ear towards left shoulder, and lift your chin, lift your gaze to stretch the front of the neck. So keep these slow circles going to feel into each aspect, each millimeter of the neck as you move your head around. Notice if, as you go towards one shoulder, does that shoulder tend to rise? Try to soften those upper trap muscles. And instead of moving shoulder up to meet your ear, let your ear come towards your shoulder. As you look up, feel for lengthening the front of the neck, but also lengthen the back of the neck. Take one more full circle in this direction. When you come back to upright, pause in the center. Full breath in. When you exhale, left ear towards the left shoulder. Roll chin forward and down. Breathe in as you go to the right. Top of the breath as you look way up. Exhale, left ear towards the left shoulder. And then be aware of the places where shoulders want to rise up to meet your ears. Notice if the sensation is the same or different going this way compared to the other way. Notice where you feel the most tension in your neck. If any of it moves up into your head, or if you feel your jaw or your tongue tighten as you move through this. Take one more full circle. And when you come back to neutral, pause with your head in the center. Take a full breath in. Completely release it out. And when you're ready, blink eyes open if they're not already. And grab your strap or your scarf. Hold the strap wider than shoulder width distance apart and tension the strap a little bit out to the sides. Okay, deep breath in, reach up. Keep tensioning the strap as you bring it back behind you. You might need a fair bit more slack to do that. And breathe in as you raise up, feel shoulder blades draw closer together. And exhale, bring the strap down in front. With your breath, inhale to rise up. Exhale, reach back. Breathe in to reach up. Exhale, bring it forward. Keep the tension out to the sides as you move through 5 or so more breaths. And what I want to do this afternoon is use the practice as medicine for whatever it is that you feel you need. It could be that you need to feel your feet and steady yourself. Could be that you need to feel frustrated and anxious and allowing for those sensations while remembering your breath. Right, so more than just checking the shapes off the list, just keep checking in as to what kind of medicine you most need. Okay, how perhaps to release tension instead of building more of it. Last round back and forth here. Good. When you come down in front, release that off to the side. Come onto hands and knees. And on hands and knees, we're going to add a little flair to cat-cow, simple. Breathe in, draw your chest forward. Instead of dropping, reach your heart forward. Keep your body here and imagine dragging your knees apart from one another. So you turn on side glutes a little bit. Breathe in. Exhale, push through your hands, chin to chest, and squeeze the knees in towards one another. Inhale, stretch your chest forward. Feel for pulling knees towards the side edges of the mat. And exhale, push through your hands. Hug your knees in towards each other. Couple more breaths. Inhale, reach forward, drag the knees apart. You might notice a little more space around the sacrum. Exhale, push through your hands. Hug knees in, perhaps a little more low back stretch. One more full breath. Now inhale to a neutral spine. Take your hands forward about 6 inches and go back into downward facing dog. Hang your head very heavy here. Inhale deeply, bend your knees deeply, and try to tilt sit bones up. Then exhale, reach your thigh bones back. Your legs will likely not go straight. Inhale, bend your knees, lift your sit bones high. And exhale, keep the sit bones up, reach your thigh bones back. Let's do that once more. Inhale fully. Exhale, keep your hips high as you reach thighs back. Now a little different. Inhale high onto tiptoes. A little more calf focused. Exhale, reach your heels back and down. Inhale, lift your heels, press through your feet. Exhale, hang your head and your jaw heavy. One more time. Inhale, press heels up.
Exhale, reach, heels back. A little different. Inhale, rise onto tiptoes. Exhale, tip your heels to the right. You might need to bend your knees a little bit, but press equally into both hands and reach your hips way up and back to the back of your mat. So you might feel a stretch through left armpit, left ribs. Come back to the center, breathe in. Hips up very high. Exhale, tip your heels to the left. Push equally through both hands. Reach your sit bones high and back. Inhale, come back to the center. And exhale, reach your heels back. Keep a little bend in your knees. Inhale, ripple forward to plank. Exhale, lower down slow to the floor. Prop up on your fingertips, kick your elbows high, and then breathe in, pull your chest forward in cobra pose. Exhale, pull the ribs even further forward as you come down. Do it again. Inhale, curl yourself up. Exhale, pull your ribs further forward. Once more, connect shoulder blades, lift your heart. Reach your ribs and your chest forward. Plant your hands, breathe in. Exhale, press, downward facing dog. Bend your knees, lift your sit bones. Inhale, lift the heels up high. Exhale, tip your heels to the right. Inhale, push into both hands. Exhale, fully head heavy. Inhale to neutral. Exhale, heels to the left. Inhale, push into both hands. Exhale, hang your head. Inhale to the center. Exhale, reach your heels back. Inhale, rock forward, plank. Exhale, lower slowly down. Fingertips wide, elbows high. Breathe in, cobra pose. Exhale, draw your ribs further forward. Once more, like a wave, roll up. Exhale, reach through. Plant your palms, breathe in. Exhale, press, downward facing dog. Breathe in, lift your heels high. Exhale, tip your heels to the right, press into both hands. Inhale to the center. Exhale, tip your heels left. Fill up with breath. Come back to the center. Exhale, reach your heels back and down. Inhale, rock to plank. Exhale, slow on the descent. Prop on fingertips. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, pull your chest forward. Plant your palms, breathe in. Exhale, push, downward facing. Fill up with breath. Clear it out, let your head and your jaw go. Walk your feet to the front of your mat, hip width distance apart. And it's always worth measuring 2 fists between the arches of your feet. That gives you the structural distance of where your femurs are inside your pelvis. Deep breath into a flat back. Lift your heart, also lift your sit bones. Exhale, hang your head down really heavy. Push into your feet, breathe in, stand and reach all the way up. Exhale, hands in front of your heart. Grab your 2 blocks or your 2 cans or your books, whatever you have available. You'll set blocks, the tall height if you have them, towards the front of the mat. There, I think that's, yeah, for Instagram friends. Yeah, so 2 blocks at the front of your mat, the tall height, okay? Or whatever height you have, make it the same on both sides, okay? And then deep breath in, stretch your arms up, lift your kneecaps. Exhale, fold yourself in half, bend your knees. Hands to the blocks, flat back. And exhale, raise the right leg up in the air. So it's warrior 3, but with a little bit of support, okay? Keep a little bend in the standing leg. And feel left heel, big toe mound, pinky toe mound, press down. Full breath in to reach your heart forward. And exhale, step back to a lunge. Tap the back knee down. Breathe in, reach your arms up. And exhale, place your hands down on the floor. Step to plank. Fill up, rock forward an inch. You can go to the floor for regular cobra pose. If you like up dog with toes tucked, reach your heels backwards. Push into your hands, lift your heart higher. With your exhale, go back, downward facing dog. Breathe in, stretch left leg up. Exhale, step it forward. Inhale, reach your chest through your arms. And exhale, twist left arm up. Press right hand strongly down. And the more you press the right hand down, imagine your two hands getting further apart. And your chest getting more broad. Fill up with breath. Exhale, hands to the blocks. Walk forward. Raise the right leg in the air again. Fill up with breath. Exhale, bring your right knee to your nose. Inhale, reach forward and back. Feel your roots into the left foot. And exhale, curl in. Inhale, reach out as long as you can. Exhale, curl in tight. Inhale, extend. Exhale, 2 feet on the floor, hip width apart, and fold. Inhale, flat back. Empty it out, soften down. Push into your feet. Inhale, stand, rise, reach up. Exhale, palms to heart. Breathe in, reach up. Empty your breath, fold in half, soft knees. Inhale, hands to blocks. Exhale, left leg in the air. Keep a little bend in the right knee, and then notice where your weight wants to go. Some of us will hang back towards the heel, some will go more towards the toes on the right foot. Try to feel big toe mound, pinky toe mound, and the center of your heel, all pressed down into the floor. Full breath in. Exhale, step back, lunge. Tap the back knee down. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step back to plank. Breathe in, rock forward. Your choice, all the way down. You can do chaturanga to up dog or simply keep arms straight, tuck-toed up dog. Lift your chest. Exhale, go back. Fill up with breath. Clear the breath out. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, step forward. Now breathe in, reach your chest forward. Back leg very straight. Exhale, twist to the right. Now instead of the goal being to try to twist deeper, push the ground away with your left hand and reach your two hands further apart from each other. Soften the whole interior of your mouth. One more breath. Release two hands to blocks. Walk forward. Raise the left leg in the air. Fill up with breath, heart forward. Exhale, left knee to nose. Inhale, stretch out as long as you can. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, reach out. Press into the standing foot. Exhale, curl. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, feet hip width apart. Fold and soften your knees. Breathe in, come up halfway. Exhale, hang your head down. Inhale, stand, reach up. Exhale, hands in front of your heart. Breathe in, stretch tall. Empty the breath, fold in half. Inhale to a flat back, hands to shins. You can move the blocks and exhale, step back, plank pose. Okay, stay in your plank, push into your hands and feel your shoulder blades spread apart on your back. Full breath in. Exhale, tip your heels to the left, push into both hands. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, tip your heels to the right. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, tip heels left. Stay here, breathe in. Exhale, reach your heart further forward. Inhale to the center. Exhale, heels to the right. Inhale, push into both hands. Exhale, stay heart forward. Inhale to the center. And exhale, lower everything down. So sometimes I feel like we need core work. We need to work that deep engagement, sort of to create opportunities to practice fortitude and perseverance. And for me, that seems very relevant right now. Reach your hands back, palms face down. Connect your shoulder blades. Inhale, lift into a locust pose. It's going to be small, feet on the floor. Connect shoulder blades closer together. When you inhale, rise half an inch. When you exhale, give yourself the space to sink an inch. Inhale, rise an inch. Exhale, release everything down. Plant your hands chest level, breathe in. Exhale, press back, hands and knees are plank to downward facing dog. Walk your hands back a handprint. So your down dog is maybe 4 to 6 inches shorter than it normally is. Keep your knees bent so sit bones can keep rising. Press into the right hand. Bring the left hand across. Hold outer right shin or ankle or heel. But you might notice you tip to the right. Press very strongly into the left foot to keep both of your hips rising as you twist under the right arm. Press the ground away. Right index finger, right thumb, as much as the pinky side. Release the left hand down. Press index finger, thumb side, reach the right hand across. Hold outer shin or ankle or heel. Press into that right foot so both hips keep rising as you twist under the left arm. Press left hand, pinky side, index finger side, heel of your hand and the top of your palm. Release the right hand. Place your knees down on the floor. Place your elbows down on the floor. Hold opposite biceps. Then interlace your hands out in front. So the holding the biceps gives you a measurement, elbows shoulder width distance apart. Keep that, interlace your hands. Push the ground away. Bend your knees. Work on lifting sit bones very high. Now, if possible, close your eyes and feel with the breath where there is tension in your body. And of course, this is a shape that requires a lot of engagement. I think we're in a situation that requires a lot of our engagement to navigate through. But as we're in a place that requires a lot of attention, a lot of engagement, can we be mindful of not continuing to build tension in our bodies? Being more skillful about where we direct our attention. Conscious breaths rather than swirling in your mind. 2 more deep breaths. Imagine you could get longer from pinky side of your hand all the way out through the sit bones. And then place your knees down on the floor. Sit back onto your heels or sit onto a cushion. Close your eyes for a moment. Smooth out the edges of your breath. And beyond the I like dolphin pose or I don't like dolphin pose, beyond the I like the circumstances I'm in or I don't like the circumstances I'm in, what is the feeling? Right? Not trying to change it, not trying to make it be different, but simply noticing it as it is in this moment. When you're ready, blink your eyes open. Shift to hands and knees. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Full breath in, sweep right leg up. And exhale, step forward to the center of your hands. Spin the back foot flat. Rise up to warrior two and stack right knee directly on top of the right ankle. Check the left foot, make it slightly pigeon-toed if it's not already, and then you have more of an ability to use two legs in your warrior rather than it being just a front quad shredder. Okay, clasp your hands behind your back. Take your knuckles outside of your left hip. Deep breath in, grow taller. Exhale, side bend to the left. Allow left ear to get heavy towards the left shoulder. Maybe take your eyes down a little bit so that you can soften right side of your neck a little bit more. And then feel the front foot to the toes, press really strongly. Can you press center of the heel, big toe mound, pinky toe mound, conscious roots. Now lift your navel, unwind your arms, reach out as long as you can. Now extend forward, extend forward, extend forward, and you'll grab either one block, place it on the inside of your foot, or you can use blocks, or you can place your hand on the floor. But I want you to feel this right hand push the ground away to get you bigger across your wingspan. Then half a bind. You can take hand behind your back, you can hold inner thigh, but I just don't want you to be stuck in this like turtle inside of the shell posture. So if you need to back off with the left hand, do that. Move your left shoulder blade back. And then again, maybe you turn your eyes down a little bit and allow the right ear to get a little heavier so that we take, again, some of the power away from the thinking, the leading with our eyes, leading with the mind, and do a little bit more leading with our roots, leading with our breath. Now, you can keep the block there. If you do, I would say turn it up and bring it outside the right shin. You can always place right hand on your shin and then lift. Suction the right femur up into the socket for a triangle pose with half a bind. Press into the back foot. Press into all 3 points on the front foot and make sure that front knee doesn't lock, it doesn't hyperextend, but there's some engagement in the muscles. And if it feels good, you can let go of your head. If you feel like you really want to pull your heart forward and your eyes to the ceiling, absolutely. You get the medicine you need. Lift your navel, unwind. Hands to the floor, lift the back heel. Plant your left palm, reach the right arm up again. Push the mat away with the left hand, but notice the right leg. Oftentimes we lose some of the bend or the knee likes to move backwards. Stack right knee on top of the ankle and press into the foot there. Draw your heart closer to the right knee and get bigger in your wings. Release. 2 hands down. Step back to plank pose and lower all the way to the floor. Reach your hands back, clasp them behind you. Now try to press tops of the feet, pinky toes as much as big toes, so we don't end up turning the toes outward and clenching the butt cheeks. But press all the toes down. Then lift your heart up, lift your hands up off your glutes. When you breathe in, you might rise 1/2 inch. Exhale, sink a little. 2 breaths, inhale to rise. Exhale, soften. 1 more. Release everything down. Fill your belly with breath. Empty it out. Plant your hands chest level. Breathe in. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Inhale to stretch left leg up. Exhale, step to the middle of your hands. Spin the back foot flat and rise up to warrior 2. Stack left knee directly on top of left ankle and peek at the back foot. Oftentimes toes are pointing straight out. Pigeon toe them so the toes turn in a little, and you might feel more of an anchor through pinky toe side of the right foot. Interlace your fingers, take them outside the right hip. Now breathe in, get a little taller. Exhale, a little reverse. Turn your eyes down a little towards the floor, perhaps towards the back foot a little. And then direct your breath into the left side of your neck, front of the left shoulder. Try to feel for creating a little space there. When you exhale, soften your mouth. Breathe in, left shoulder, left side of the neck. Exhale, easy in the mouth, easy in the eyes. 1 more deep breath. Now lift pelvic floor, lift your navel, reach your arms out wide. Reach forward, reach forward, reach forward. Set left hand on the block or left hand on those books. Okay, push the ground away, right arm up. Big wingspan first. Then take the right arm behind your back, 1/2 a bind. Again, not so interested in what you're holding, but much more interested in the feeling, right? The feeling here being, at least for me, closed and heavy, versus opening up your heart, pull the right shoulder blade back. This feels more open, more awake, more spacious. And perhaps allow left ear to get heavier towards left shoulder. You can play with turning eyes and nose down a little, or turning them up a little to feel where you get the best release in your neck. Now either shift the block to the outside of the left leg, or left hand to the shin, lift left femur, lift it up into the socket. 1/2 bound triangle pose. And you can let your head go, or imagine reaching your heart forward and turning your gaze up. Feel the strength into your back foot. All 3 points in the front foot. Fill yourself up with breath. Use the breath to clear out not only carbon dioxide, but also the places that you feel tension holding strongly in your body. Direct the space of the inhale there. Let the release come from there. Slowly unwind. Hands to the floor in a lunge. Plant the right palm. Left arm up, twist. Feel the strength in the back leg. Now push the ground away with your right hand and reach your heart towards the left kneecap. Bigger across your wingspan. 2 more deep breaths. Slowly release. Hands down, step to plank. Lower forearms down in your plank. Clasp your hands and push pinky side of your hands into the floor. Deep breath in, strong legs. Exhale, tip your heels to the left. Stay here, inhale, push into both elbows, heart forward, exhale. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, tip your heels to the right. Find your roots in both hands, reach your heart forward. Breathe in, back to the center. Exhale, heels to the left. You can stay here or push with the left hand, reach the right arm up. Version of side plank. But do, instead of being heavy, push the ground away. Conscious roots to support you. Unwind the right hand down, legs to the center, breathe in. Exhale, tip your heels right. Stay here, push into both arms. Or press, right arm into the floor, left arm up. Push the ground away and feel how it gives you some rise in your hips, some reach through the left hand. Release 2 hands down, breathe in. Exhale, lower your pelvis. Lower everything down. You can make a pillow with your hands. Try to rest your head for a moment. Feel your abdomen expand with breath. Be aware of eliminating all the breath out. Then clasp your hands behind your back. Connect your shoulder blades. And then lift head, chest, arms, legs. And instead of legs going really high, lower them down a little bit and make them straighter. Try to push the balls of your feet backwards and lift your heart higher. Take 1 more full breath. And keep the lift. Plant your hands. Place the tops of your feet. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, push through your feet. Plank on the tops of your feet. Go back, downward facing, bend your knees. Fill up with breath here. Open mouth, exhale. Breathe in, stretch the right leg up. And exhale, step forward. Look at the back foot, set it for warrior 1. And make sure that you're not standing on a balance beam, but more like cross-country skis. Look at the back foot, toes point a little bit forward. Then sweep your arms up. Clasp your hands behind the base of your skull and bring elbows towards one another. Inhale, scoop your elbows up, scoop your chest up. And exhale, press your head back a little into your hands. Breathe in to grow a little taller. Exhale, press your head back a bit. Strengthen the back leg, take 1 more breath. Deep breath in, raise your arms up. Lift the back heel, so you're now in a lunge. And then slow motion, tap the back knee down. So you're at more of a 90-90 lunge versus a very deep lunge, okay? Breathe in, stretch your arms up, palms together and twist to the right. Let's start with a fist with the left hand, stack the right. Now, push into your front foot quite a bit so you feel right glutes support you. And so often when we push with the left arm, we end up pushing the knee towards the big toe. So as much as you push down through your arms, push the right knee out to the right a little. Equal and opposite pressure. You might notice that that opens up a little bit of space across your SI joint, or maybe low back, hip joint. Stay there, 2 more deep breaths. Lift your heart any amount that you can. Now place 2 hands down on the floor. Grab your 2 blocks. Lift the back knee. Now I prefer blocks the tall height for this. You can always turn them down or use whatever height you have, but we're going forward into warrior 3 like we did earlier. Pull your heart forward and feel the roots through all 3 points in the right foot. Big toe mound, pinky toe mound, center of the heel. Now plant your left palm flat on whatever surface you have. Push down. Sweep the right arm up, revolved half moon. Now we tend to often drop the left side of the pelvis. Stomp down into the right foot so that you don't lose that support for the left side. Now push into the left hand. Try to get bigger in your wingspan and call on the breath to support you. 1 more. And release. 2 hands down. Step back to lunge. Blocks off to the side. Step downward facing. Inhale, rock forward to plank. Exhale, lower the pelvis. Tuck-toed up dog. Reach your heels back. Push into your hands, lift your heart. Fill up with breath. Exhale, empty it out. Sit bones high and back. Fill up here. Exhale fully, soften something. Deep breath in, left leg up in the air. Exhale, step it forward. Spin the back foot 45 degrees for warrior 1. Push into the pinky toe edge of the back foot. And just make sure those toes are pointed slightly forward. Inhale, stretch your arms up. Virabhadrasana 1. And be less concerned with your hips being perfectly square. Get more interested in the roots, the strength of your back leg. Then you do what you can do in your hips. You can turn rib cage straight ahead. Clasp your hands behind your head. Elbows in a little bit. Deep breath in to grow taller. Exhale, press your head back a little. Breathe in, lift your chest, lift your elbows. Exhale, press your head back. 1 more breath. Deep breath in, reach straight up. Exhale, hands to the floor, lift the back heel. Tap the back knee down. And then you've got a shorter lunge, 90 degrees, about at both legs. Breathe in, reach up. Exhale, twist to the left. Make a fist with the right hand. Now before you try to spin yourself around, feel the roots. Stomp into your left foot. Push the left knee out as much as you press the right elbow down. Then lift your heart up. You can absolutely pull your heart forward towards left knee and take your gaze up. You can release a little bit of control around head and neck and allow right shoulder to get heavy, or right ear, I should say, to get heavy, even though you're lifting your heart up. Slow motion. Turn your gaze down. Hands down and grab your 2 blocks. Yeah. Okay, warrior 3. Lift the back knee, raise right leg up in the air. Now feel the roots in the left leg. Big toe mound, pinky toe mound, center of the heel. Keep that conscious rooting. Right palm on the block or books or whatever it is that you have. Could be a chair, right? Push the right hand down, sweep the left arm up. Now, often we try to twist more and more and more, and we drop the right side of the pelvis. Push through the left leg, keep right side supported. Now press through the right hand to get bigger across the wingspan. Use your breath to uphold you in the sticky, in the unsteady places. Open mouth exhales, totally great. 2 more. Once more. Release both hands down. Step back to a lunge. Blocks off to the side. Downward facing dog. Breathe in, rock forward to plank. Tuck-toed upward facing dog. If there's another kind of connecting vinyasa you'd like to take, please do. Exhale to go back. Fill up with breath. Empty it out. Place your knees down on the floor. Have a seat. For this seated stretch, you can do a couple of different things. You can roll up the back of your mat. Here, I'll do it. If you roll up the back of your mat about halfway or perhaps even more, you create a little seat for yourself. And then you'll sit right on it. Left leg on the bottom, shin parallel to the front edge of the mat, and flex your foot. Cross right ankle on top for Agni Stambhasana, fire log or square sit. Now, if this is really intense, or if hips are very stiff and it's pushing you into your low back, then I would suggest either a higher seat or set the right heel in front of the left knee. So you're still in this shape where your feet are a little wider than your knees, okay? Flex your feet strongly so they press into the floor and lift your heart up. Smooth out the breath. You can take a moment here to observe the places that feel really sticky. Could be physical resistance in the hips themselves or low back. Could be internal resistance. For me, oftentimes tension in my belly or in the muscles inside of my eye sockets. So if you notice those places, see if you can breathe in such a way that teaches your body how to soften those places. Creating space with the inhale, releasing with the exhale. And you can stay with yourself propped upright. If there's extra room in your hips and in your breath, walk your hands forward. When we come into hip openers that are forward folds, oftentimes we push into the hands and puff up our backs. Instead of it turning it into a back pose, pull with your fingers and reach your heart forward. Sometimes it feels good to stay steady in the body and to create steadiness in the breath. Sometimes it feels like I need a little bit of lubrication in the hip joints, and in which case I tend to rock gently from one side to the other. And as you do that, you might notice you could creep fingers further forward,
And sometimes it feels clear that you cannot walk your hands further forward. But go to that place that gets you the medicine that you most need. Ease of breath or release of tension, or simply feeling things as they are without trying to change them. Take 2 more full breaths. Walk your hands back to upright. Lean back onto your hands. Shake out your legs and tap them gently on the floor. A little energetic release after that. Then right leg on the bottom. Flex your foot. Cross left leg on top. Now again, feet go wider than the knees, okay? So when feet are to the inside, ankles tend to get sickled and twisted, and then we transfer torque to the knees, which they're not designed for. So when we take the feet wide and flex them, we stabilize ankles, stabilize knees, and get the rotation where it's designed to occur at the hip joint, okay? Prop your hands back behind you. Remember, if that's too much for your hips, you can set left heel in front of the right knee, okay? Same square shape, square sit, but a little less intense. And with hands propped behind you, first, cultivate a breath that is smooth and continuous. Trying to release any resistance in the breath. If there's room in the body and in the breath, prop your hands in front. And if you walk forward, feel the sensation at your arms as more of a gentle pulling versus pushing the floor away. And if it feels good to do the rocks in slow motion, by all means. Take 3 more long, slow breaths. Walk your hands back to upright. Lean back onto your hands. Shake out your legs. And then sit however you would like to sit. Could be on this mat roll as you are. Could be seated a little bit higher on a block, a chair. Virasana, the way that we started, also a great idea. Just get yourself into a position where the sitting itself is not a tremendous amount of work, okay? And let your eyes close. So I want to finish with a little bit of breath work specific to lengthening out the exhales as a means to call on parasympathetic branch of the nervous system, the side that does the resting and the digesting, the side that decreases heart rate and blood pressure and stress hormones. Seems like could be our best friend right now. So first, experience your breath as three-dimensional. So not only chest, but also belly. And not only the front side, but feel your breath in the sides of your ribs as well. And let's take it all the way to the back. Feel the back ribs expand and broaden with breath. And feel them get a little closer together. So study that three-dimensional breath for a few more rounds. What we'll do is a 3-count inhale, short pause, 6-count exhale. A few rounds like that, 4-count inhale, 8-count exhale. So get on the same page, take a full breath in. Long exhale through your mouth. Pause on empty. Breathe in for 1, 2, 3. Hold in that full capacity. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Breathe in for 1, 2, 3. Hold in that fullness. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Breathe in, 1, 2, 3, hold. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause in the stillness. 4 counts. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, feel the fullness. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, still. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, full. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Once more, breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Still. Easy breaths in and out. Take a moment to feel physical sensations in your body. The capacity that you feel for breath here. The quality of energy that's moving through you, as well as the pace of your mind. Now, come back to the feeling of your feet on the floor. And your sit bones on the block or on whatever surface you're sitting on. Your spine very tall. Join your palms together and bow your chin, raise your chest. Thank you so much for joining me. May this practice be of benefit to you and to all beings everywhere. Thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday.